Hello, Princess. Don't know why I keep looking back there. We are still without a monorail, but I am at EPCOT in eternal hope. But not tonight. I am probably just going to walk around. I don't really know. Another day when I have no plans. I just came to the park because I could get a reservation and I'm done with everything else. So this is, I guess, my lot in life now. I'm sure I'll think of something to talk about. I do have an idea because I realized it is not even 20 days, I think, before I set sail for the first time in a year and a half. Thank you, nitwits at the CDC. And wanted to get some photographs of an outfit to see how it went. They are spectacular as always, but that did remind me of something that, you know, we'll have to deal with eventually in the future. It is kind of a big problem, but you know what? It's super, super easy to work around if you just, I guess, know a couple tricks and know your limits. So I'm just gonna keep walking this way and see what happens. Gonna get hungry soon. I just have my snack, my post-workout snack, but that's gonna wear off in maybe an hour or so. Now I'm gonna have to make that decision. We talked about that yesterday, or the other day too. So this is about as impressive as the Trevi Fountain is. We'll see it someday, but don't expect much. Having a good time just walking around the park. It's still plenty of daylight, and I'm here in front of, I guess, Mount Florsuvius. I think there was a fountain here at one point, or a stage or something. I'm not sure, but it wasn't always flowers. Flower and garden, I guess, but still not sure why they had to do this. Anyway, I was thinking that because I cruise in less than 20 days, did I already say that? If I did, I'm sorry. I probably should talk about a couple things related to that, and one of the issues is packing. You know, you're gonna get a lot of advice about how to pack for a cruise from me, and from me, and from me, of course, and then maybe mommy will say something, and of course then I'm going to give you even more advice. But here's the real advice. What I do is I pack a lot, and I do. Every time I cruise, I take a lot with me. There was one exception, I think, but it was a really short one, and I didn't really need much. But most sailings, I take multiple pieces of luggage, multiple outfits, lots of equipment, lots of things, because I very much enjoy that. I am not the kind of person on a cruise that dresses very plainly. I mean, I don't really dress very plainly in normal circumstances, so why should I do so on a cruise? You know, a lot of people say, you know, take the minimum you can, or, you know, the bare lowest, or the lowest number of outfits you can get away with, or something, or only pack a carry-on. Oh, God, no. So what I do is I pack as much as I can with one rule: only what I can carry. That's it. So if it's bags that I can move myself, meaning I don't need any porters, I don't need a cart or anything like that, I'm good. I don't care how large the bags are, and I have large suitcases and bags and duffels and everything. If I can carry it all myself, if I can disembark, that's the most important part, by myself with no assistance, then I'm good. If I can move through the airport with all my bags by myself, I'm good. If I can ride a train by myself, no assistance, I'm good. That is my only limitation, what I can carry. So basically that means my fantasticness on a cruise is basically limited to my physical endurance, which is okay because that's probably going to last quite a while. And it leads to a very fun experience. I commented on a forum at some point in the past that when I sail, I usually plan for about 25 outfits. And some people kind of freaked out about that. 25 different outfits for a 7-day cruise? And I was like, well, yeah, because, I mean, at least 3 costume changes per day. I mean, what else would you do, right? Anyway, so planning for my upcoming cruise, I'm probably going to use the same philosophy. I think I have 3 bags in mind, and that's as much as I can take on the flight, because I have to fly to this one. Thank you, nitwits at the CDC. And I guess it's just going to be normal. It'd be like a transatlantic, even though the flight is not even an hour. But that's my rule, guidance, whatever, for packing. Just basically take as much as you want. Just make sure you can carry it or move it on your own. That's what works for me. So that's the right answer. It seems Lotus Blossom Cafe is open, even though it's not appearing on the dining map, which is okay, good, surprising, disappointing, because I was going to come here the other day. All right, well, now I'll have to plan it. I did just verify in the app that Lotus Blossom Cafe does not appear. So I will have to plan this week to come back and try it so I can compare it to what I got at Universal the other day, just for fun, I guess. I don't know, I've never been there, so might as well try it, or I will be trying it eventually, so I guess why not now? I stopped here in front of one of the new oil rigs at EPCOT. Oh, wait a minute, no, that's Harmonious. I'm sorry, I keep making that mistake. Anyway, while it is always important to respect the property owner and, you know, the guidelines and rules they have in place, just have to point out that compliance with one of the rules is pretty much non-existent in the men's room. So I guess if you care about that, just be warned. I'm okay with it, I'm fine, whatever, but yeah, so yeah, men aren't covering up to pee. Sounds weird, doesn't it? This is a Baron Jaeger honey and bourbon with lemonade. I know I said I was hungry, but I switched it out for thirsty, which will only delay my hunger by about 10 minutes, so we'll have to take care of that. This is in Germany. Never seen this before. I never really looked at the little stand, so decided to give it a try. They have a Bratwurst and Paprika chips here that I will not be getting tonight, but they look like they are worth a special trip, so we'll look forward to that. Right now, I'm going to look forward to this. The Germans have done it again. This is quite tasty. I have to look up this Jaeger, I guess that's what it is, and maybe get some on its own. It's good with a lemonade, too. They also sell it with frozen Coca-Cola, but I'm going to guess that this is probably the better combination. Another thing that I never noticed, and I feel bad that I haven't because it's great. In an effort to stop being hungry, and because they look delicious, these are the beef tenderloin tips from the Northern Bloom, Canada basically, at the food festival. I've skipped this booth a number of times because they don't have the soup this year, and the line is always very long, but not so much, and I think I'm gonna go back for dessert. And finally, this is the Grittled maple pound cake, same booth, Northern Bloom. This is dessert for the evening, the late evening, which means it's the end, but I'm gonna enjoy it because popcorn and maple cake and grill and ice cream. I am in front of the Odyssey, or what was the Odyssey. I think it's now the Preview Center. I don't know, but for me, my Epcot, it will always be the Odyssey. I enjoyed my food from Canada. The beef tips were really good, except I had 3 good pieces of beef and then 1 kind of gristly one. So that was kind of disappointing because it was the last one. That's okay. But the grilled maple cake was really good. I loved all the different textures. The cake, the mushiness of the apricot, the ice cream, the crunchiness of the popcorn. My only gripe is the ratio of ice cream to cake was off. Remember, 1-to-1. Okay, by volume. Ratio of cake to ice cream for any dessert is 1-to-1 by volume. It's very simple. Very easy to remember. Other than that, yeah, it was really, really good. I'm going to say goodbye now because, well, it's dark and Epcot is notoriously poorly lit, and I'm actually on my way to the exit. And I don't know, today was just a really short day. Cruise packing, that's it. You know, just pack what you can carry. That's kind of very basic advice, which is what I'm going to do. And I realized I only have like 20 days until I sail, and I have to plan all of my wardrobes for the cruise, which means I have to like plan out my 25 different outfits for one cruise. So gonna have to focus a lot of time on that. I'm really behind. It's causing a little bit of stress, but I'll be okay because that is why I am thankful for my problems.